Baseball starting soon. New balls, please. You ever watch a tennis match where they say that? I bet you have, right? So you're watching tennis and they're playing, and all of a sudden the umpire at the end of a game, new balls, please. And then who's ever serving with the new balls has an advantage because new balls in tennis have this amazing bounce to them, and you can get a real great kick on a kick serve, on your spin second serve. You can hit them even harder on your first flat serve. Baseball has said that there'll be new balls for 2021. Some discussion whether or not the balls will be more dead. I've told you that baseball has screwed around with their balls time and time again while denying it, saying they're the same. They're within one standard deviation of what's accepted and normal within the rule books. I ignored all of that when I was in baseball, and I went right to the players, and I said, talk to me. How do your balls feel? Blake Snell came out yesterday and said, my balls feel a little raised. Bigger seams. Thicker laces. I'm able to really dig my fingers in and get more break on the breaking ball. And by the way, fly balls aren't carrying. Blake, are you paying attention? Because around spring training, balls are carrying like crazy. Players are hitting home runs 480 feet like it's nothing, honey. The ball is flying in Major League Baseball, Blake. And here's why. Just a little nugget for yourself. Here's how it works. And I think I haven't given you enough detail on this. Baseballs cost money. We buy baseballs from Rawlings. They are official Major League Baseballs signed by the commissioner, Rob Manfred. We don't tell our ball boys to not throw balls in the stands, even though it used to drive me crazy because it's like throwing a $10 bill in the stands every time. But for $10, you're making a fan's day, but it adds up. So we had certain rules like the ball boy in front of the netting, just put him in the bucket. Now the netting is extended all the way out to outfields in many cases, which helps. Players, we instruct them, don't throw balls into the stands. You can toss them because we've been sued so many times for people who get hit in the knocker. What's the name for a head? I don't think it's called the knocker. I'm totally blanking, Coca. There's an expression. Anyway, knocked in the head. The noggin. Thank you, Coca. People get hit in the noggin with a ball that's thrown overhand. And if they get hurt, then they sue. So we tell our players, you can toss the ball in the stands. Don't whip it. Balls that are taken out of play, if you ever watch a baseball game, if a ball hits the dirt, the catcher takes the ball and rolls it toward the ball boy. The ball boy has a bag, 2 bags. One bag has game-ready balls that have been caked in mud, put in the humidor, and ready to be given to the umpire when the umpire looks toward the dugout and puts out a 3 or a 2 or a 4 or a 1. That means he's telling the ball boy the number of balls he wants in his possession to put in his pocket so he can be ready to play and give the ball to the pitcher or the catcher. 2 bags. One has the game balls. One has the game-used balls. Game-used balls are balls that are taken out of play. What teams do with game-used balls is they use them during BP the next day. Balls that are hit for home runs or foul balls during BP are retrieved by ushers. They're used, they're given away. But balls that stay in play are put back in buckets, and those buckets are used in the batting cage when you put a ball on a tee. They're used in BP when coaches are throwing to hitters. And then there are game balls. Game balls become practice balls. Do you know that in 2020, there was a full allotment of balls given to every team? Because you get them before the season starts. You get them in spring training. The balls that were given in 2020 were not used by all teams last year because there were only 60 games. Therefore, every team in baseball has a very large number of unused 2020 balls. The 2020 balls are the balls that are being used in spring training by the overwhelming majority of the teams. And they're going to use those balls until they run out, or until the regular season of 2021 begins. There is no mandate in baseball that you have to use 2021 balls in 2021 spring training games. There is, however, a mandate in baseball that you have to use 2021 game balls for 2021 regular season games. Is it possible that San Diego Padres are using the 2021 game balls and they've said, you know what, we're going to not use the 2020 balls? No. Is it possible that the San Diego Padres, along with every other team, have given their pitchers the 2021 balls so they can get a feel for them as they get ready for the 2021 season? Yes. That is how Blake Snell very likely knows that the 2021 ball has the bigger seams, thicker. But it's not how he knows that fly balls aren't carrying as much as they might have previously. It is going to be outstandingly interesting to watch to see what happens in 2021 with these new balls. You know, the home runs is something that fans like, right? Like the long ball. The rate of home runs in 2019 was at an all-time high. We know that. We know that we have a wait to see that says home runs are not going to approach the 2019 level because the ball is going to change. We're aware of all those things, right? I'm not doubling down on my wait to see because I already have the wait to see out there. What I'm saying is that baseball will not study this new ball after a month or 2 months or 3 months. They do it in year increments. We will not really know whether Blake Snell is correct. We will not really know whether or not the changes that were made to the ball deadened the ball. We will have anecdotal evidence. We'll have players come out and say, man, my ball didn't carry. Or they say, wow, that felt good coming out of my hand. Or they'll say, I thought I got all of it. And it ends up a fly ball. We will only know after 1 year.